Hey there, my friend. What's going on? This is D Ford. Appreciate you cracking up this video. Hey guys, listen, we are totally taking this thing way over the top because, guys, I'm going to introduce you to a tool that we're using that we're going to have everybody just use in terms of having us now scale and ongoing residual cash flow connecting these wallets, but without anybody having to necessarily beg and create scripts, create different sales pitches and things of that nature, going after harassing and begging family and friends to join us in business. Now, we're still going to be approaching all those that we want to put the information in front of, but folks, we're going to use a tool that's going to be very, very impactful, very, very professional, and all it is set and geared to do is just qualify a person's interest on wanting to get more information being put in front of a presentation, whether by a live overview or a press play presentation. Okay, so we're going to be literally having everyone use this tool, and we're going to let the tool, qualify people's interests to see if they want to receive more information. Okay, so watch what I'm saying here. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're fired up and excited about this because one of the biggest things in the people-to-people space is not so much of just getting people started, but at least getting the information in front of them to where they can make a viable decision, and then having them have a tool that they can just utilize to keep it simple in terms of inviting someone to want to take a look at more information. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. So this is a very, very powerful interactive presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, just understand, they get the ability to control only what they want to see. Okay? So think about that. And it's interactive. It doesn't move until they tell it to. So it's not like one of those presentations where they have to sit through a 30-minute, presentation, and just, keep their attention span focused. Because we know many times 97% of people are not able to hold attention span watching a 30-minute, 40-minute video, okay? So, but again, we're just looking to pique their interest, to qualify their interest, to see if they want to get more information. So let me take you, so we have two different alternate presentations. We have one that really speaks to people that are, maybe big into Bitcoin and are probably looking for means to generate more Bitcoin, more passive Bitcoin coming to them. We have a presentation that speaks to that niche market, okay? Because literally, folks, as people are receiving the USD that they receive on a residual basis, they can exchange their money for Bitcoin. Because people are right now looking for ways to generate more Bitcoin. So this really speaks to those people that are big on cryptocurrency, big on Bitcoin, and want to, get more Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going up. I think it's right around 120,000 a coin right now. And so people are looking to get as much Bitcoin as they can. Imagine people being able to receive Bitcoin on autopilot. Okay, so I'm going to go through this now. See, and let me tell you how this works. Now, the system right now, there's no charge for it because where we're going to run it is that as people are sharing this, okay, this thing is going to be shared as, like everybody that opens it, they're going to see the word guest. They're going to see the name guest, okay? But let's say if Ricky Jones is a part of the team. Well, when this lead comes to us, it's going to say guest of Ricky Jones. Although when somebody that Ricky is sending the presentation to, okay, they don't see guest of Ricky Jones, they just see guest. So let me just share with you what the guest goes through. So let's say you're sending this to anybody a family member, a friend, a coworker. Again, this is just to pique interest, qualify their interest to see if they want to know more information. So watch what I'm saying. So let's just click play here.
Thank you for taking 5 minutes to watch this presentation.
Now you guys just heard I got a notification.
We're sure you'll be impressed, and you'll see why Bitcoin could very well be the most exciting opportunity to come around in years. You'll be asked to click your screen to see only what you're interested in learning about. Let's get started with a few fun facts. What do you think the value of a Bitcoin was in 2010? Go ahead and click your guess, please.
Now look at that. This presentation does not move until they make a decision. See, it's causing them to be engaged and interactive with the presentation. But look at the professional feel to it, okay? Listen to how engaging this thing is. And so right here, they'll just click, what do you think the value of a Bitcoin was in 2010? Okay, I'll just say $24.
Believe it or not, the value of one Bitcoin in 2010 was only 8 cents. What do you think the value was in July 2017, just 7 years later?
And so what this thing is tells you to move the bar. Hey, what do you think the value of a Bitcoin is? And as you move the bar, look how the money is changing. Let's just say if I say it was $1,000, okay? Then it says move ahead. See, the presentation does not move. It keeps the person watching it engaged. And ladies and gentlemen, as they're watching it, we're receiving notification of their progression, okay? Think about that. That is coming right to our database of notifications. And so when we receive notification that this person has fully watched it, because what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to submit their name. That's letting us know they want to get more information. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me move ahead.
In July of 2017, one Bitcoin was worth over $2,000. In October 2017, just a few months later, it actually hit $6,000. The good news is that although it's gone up drastically in value, most experts agree that you have not missed the opportunity altogether. But you probably shouldn't keep waiting. Let's say you're like most people. You've heard about Bitcoin, but you've been dragging your feet for the last 6 months. Let's see what that waiting has cost you. How much do you think Bitcoin has increased in value in those 6 months?
So right here, I'm just going to say 410%.
Bitcoin has gone up almost 600% from April to October. Let's take a look at this short video.
But Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill, okay? We are entering a completely world of uncharted water.
Have you made any investments in Bitcoin?
So, I mean, I own Bitcoin in my hedge fund. I own Bitcoin in my fund. I own Bitcoin in my private account. It is a huge deal. It's a huge, huge, huge deal. Because what you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years, an unbelievably better store of value. It is gold 2.0. Right? The value of gold that hedges the world economy about $9 trillion, right? $1,300 an ounce, of which only $100 to $150 is the actual production value. So all the rest of it is imputed. Where, Lena, you and I have decided that it's worth $1,300 an ounce. Well, guess what? I can do the same thing with Bitcoin, except now I can do it outside the purview of every single government. It's being used everywhere where you would think it would be used. Russia, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Venezuela, Argentina, everywhere where you have currency pressure, everywhere where you want to basically shield your assets. And then after that, it'll probably become a payment mechanism. So in all of these 3 industries, you're talking about trillions of dollars up for grabs. Up for grabs!
One of the reasons people have remained on the sidelines is because they don't know what Bitcoin is, or they've never had it explained to them in simple terms. Do you think you know enough about Bitcoin? Or would you like us to walk you through the basics of what it is with a short video?
Guys, this thing is absolutely, absolutely strong. So think about this now being something that you send someone to really qualify their interest, especially those that are big on Bitcoin and want to get more Bitcoin, okay? And they being able to have the ability to utilize this tool, okay? And, and then be able to share it themselves. And folks, you can see the quality of this and the information inside of this. Folks, you can put this in front of your, in front of your 5-star people if you know what I'm saying. Okay? It can be put in front of anyone because even those that maybe don't have Bitcoin, this video here is letting them know the seriousness of raising and having more Bitcoin. And so we know there has to be a vehicle, a means for a person to be able to participate in that allows them to generate more Bitcoin or more USD. And we have that project with Mosca. So even though this is not specifically talking about Mosca, but it's talking about speaking to those that are in that niche market that are, have that interest, if you would, in cryptocurrency, in Bitcoin, okay, you have this option. And so I'm not going to walk through Bitcoin, but this would be an option that they would choose. And then what it does, it goes into like a minute or two and just explaining what Bitcoin is. But I'm just going to say, hey, I know all I need to know. But look, the presentation does not move forward until they tell it to. See, the person, they're in total control now over what they see. Instead of just sitting there watching and walking through a 30-minute presentation to where they're probably, half distracted, not really watching. This presentation doesn't move, okay, until they tell it to. So let's just go. I know all I need to know. Watch this.
Bitcoin is secure, becoming more widely accepted by the day, and has been going up dramatically. But it is extremely volatile. Most people don't have the time to study the ups and downs to decide when to buy and when to sell, but billions of dollars are made when these changes happen. So by now you'd probably agree that Bitcoin is growing in popularity and quickly becoming a mainstream currency. It's been going up in value at a pretty impressive rate, and while you haven't completely missed the boat yet, it's probably not a good idea to sit on the sidelines much longer. Now it's time for you to decide how you'd like to proceed. Please click your screen.
And see, look, guys, we can say accumulating Bitcoin, building a business, referring people, or send me more info. Now, I want you to hear the notification on my phone as I select either one of these. So when I select one of these, it's going to notify me what this person wants. Do they want to referring more people, accumulating, Bitcoin, build a business, or send me more info? So watch, I'm going to do accumulate more Bitcoin. And now here it's going to say what? Fill in the field and click submit. So they have to at least put their name in there, folks. Okay, and what this does, this lets us know when the notification comes in. It's going to let us know the name of the person that was sent this presentation. And of course, we already know, based on the notification saying this is a guest of X, Y, and Z, who we need to send the notification to based on this person finishing the presentation. So let me just put my name in here real quick, Douglas Ford. Because guys, they can't click submit and move ahead without putting something in here. See, they'll get a red box there, meaning that's an error. So they got to put a name in here, okay? And they'll click submit. Now they're going to put a name in here, folks, because somebody sent them this presentation for them to watch it. This wasn't something they just found on a link or something like that, okay? So when I hit submit, now watch it move ahead, but listen to my phone give a notification.
Great. We'll contact you soon, but feel free to reach out to us as well. Thank you for your time today.
So if you guys just heard that little bell there, that was my phone and notification. Now watch this. I'm going to send the notification. Okay, so it says, thank you, a huge breakthrough in financial technology. Your sender has been notified of your completion. And so when I come here, okay, now I'm going to do a screenshot of the notification here real quick. Go to the right thing. All right, and let me screenshot the notification. I'm going to send it to my messenger so you guys can see how the notification looks here. All right, come here, go to Douglas Ford. Boom. All right, guys, look. So right here, I just sent the notification. So this is how the notification comes to us, okay? So it says, guest of Ricky Jones has finished watching Bitcoin on our terms. Good news, Douglas Ford. Guest Ricky Jones has finished, guest of Ricky Jones has finished the presentation and chose to learn about accumulating Bitcoin. Look, choices, full name. This is where you'll see whoever the lead is in their name, guest of Ricky Jones. Okay? So I automatically know I'm going to send this notification to Ricky Jones. He's going to know Douglas Ford, okay, is the person he needs to reach out to have him to see a full presentation or a press play overview. Guys, listen, we are eliminating any guesswork in anybody succeeding. Hope you guys can see where this is going and the magnitude of this. Imagine now everybody having this tool to be able to utilize now and don't have to come up with a fancy sales script, okay, or some type of sales pitch or sales spiel, because that's what's been harping people to get the information in front of people. And this thing literally will qualify the interest level of those that you send it to, okay? And I'm going to send you a little general intro message with the file, okay, with the URL that they'll just click on to open up the presentation, and you just have to make sure you just follow up, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the other one that we have here too. So I'm going to go over this one here. Now, this one here is more into the digital wallet, okay? So let's play through this one. Now, watch, when I hit play, my phone is going to give a notification. Watch this. Hello and welcome to this short presentation. It's going to be interactive, so you'll be asked to click your screen from time to time to see only what you're interested in seeing, and no matter where you are in the world. We believe you may one day look back at this very moment as a turning point in your life. So let's get started with a few quick questions. So let me ask, what percentage of consumers do you believe are receiving a residual cash flow from the transactions of their digital wallets? So again, guys, listen. It prompts them to answer this question, and the presentation does not move forward until they make a choice. See, it keeps your prospect engaged, okay? It's very professional, has nice graphics, okay? And, it has nice, little background music, upbeat background music, okay? Where it's not so, relaxed and laid back. It keeps them engaged, keeps them, somewhat excited, very upbeat. So right here, they just choose an answer. Guess what percentage of consumers you think are receiving residual deposits from digital wallets? Let's just say 10%. It's actually 0%. Let's tackle another question. Okay, so it tells them 0% are receiving, predictable deposits from their digital wallets. Okay, so now it says one last question. What if you can receive a predictable residual cash flow that scales without ever having to sell a single thing? Wow. So now it says becoming your own bank. What if you could receive a predictable residual cash flow without having to sell a single thing, folks? So they got two answers, fantastic or tell me more. Okay, so let's say they said, hey, fantastic. If you're open to becoming your own bank, discover the number one cash flow system that 98.6% of people are in the dark about. Go ahead and rub your screen. So look at that, folks. Whether they're using their phone, so this is, if people are using their phone, it knows how to adjust to have people watch on the phone. They just need to watch it in landscape, but the presentation will tell them that. But right here, they'll just have to just tap, or if you're using a desktop or a laptop, you just use your mouse and hold the mouse down and rub your screen, and look what happens. See, the interaction doesn't move till they do something. And then it's going to play this video for them.
A breakthrough in financial technology is offering a unique chance to earn predictable residual income. Early adopters are already benefiting from a next-gen digital wallet that combines seamless global money transfers with a powerful reward system. So here's how you can benefit. Global transfers in seconds. Send or receive money anywhere in the world instantly, faster and more reliable than PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Earn from transactions so you can receive a portion of transaction fees every time the wallet is used. Unlimited referral earnings. Share the platform and earn continuously from the activity of those you refer. Residual income at scale. As the platform grows, well, so does your earning potential, creating a long-term scalable opportunity. And this isn't hype. What this is an opportunity to position yourself early, much like the pioneers of Uber, Amazon, and Google. So send a thumbs up or more info to the person that sent you this message for an invitation to our Telegram and Facebook inner circle to get more clarity and details. You'll be glad you did.
So we know your time is valuable and so is ours. So we can avoid any back and forth of missed phone calls and voicemail messages. Please fill in the fields below so we can begin things on a professional level. After clicking submit, the person who shared this with you will be notified of your request for a full overview. So watch this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put my name in here again. And notice it doesn't move forward until they put in their information. But listen to my phone after I click submit, because a notification comes that this person is completing the presentation. And so when we receive the notification, we're going to send it over to the person who sent, to the sender that sent this presentation to the person they're having watching the presentation. Hey, thanks for watching. We definitely look forward to being an impact in your purpose and mission. Just get back in contact with the person that sent you this interactive presentation. We look forward to working with you and being on this journey together with you. Take care. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we put together, ladies and gentlemen. And this thing here, this thing is awesome. This thing is absolutely awesome. And so now, okay, we don't have to rely just on, sales scripts, sales pitches, looking to pitch or MLM people and all of that. Okay, we can just simply send them this interactive presentation, okay, and qualify their interest in wanting to get more information, okay? And they don't have, and the person that's being sent the presentation, they have the ability to control and see only what they want to see, okay? And as you notice, the presentation doesn't move forward until, okay, they move forward and tell it to. And so when they put their name in there, they're basically saying, hey, I want to get more information, okay, and getting a full overview of some sort, okay? Now, let me share with you also, let me share my screen here, because I want to share the, so this is the message here that can be sent along with the presentation when we send it. It says, hello, okay, and then we just change the person's name there, so we could just do hello, Samantha, okay? Right? Hello, Samantha. I had this interactive presentation created for you. Please let me know what you think. And then they'll have the link there, and you can just copy that, and you can literally just send that right over to Samantha, okay? And then Samantha will watch that. It's only 5 minutes long, so it doesn't take up a lot of time. But then you got to make sure that you're always in, control of the following up with Samantha. Okay? So, guys, that is that is rock solid right there. So think about now it being, where those don't have to feel like they have to pick up that heavy phone, okay? Although we're not getting away from that, there's still those that you want to pick up the phone and call and make that connection with them. But now also, too, we have a tool, okay? Because the more of us that can use the tool, the more folks you have in your organization using the tool, because it's time to scale up getting people in front of this information. It's time to scale that up, okay? And the more we scale up more numbers to see the information, qualifying their interest to want to see the information, okay? Once they're in the information, we already know once the right people see it, once the strategic partners see it, they can't unsee it. It's just what's been maybe a challenge for most is at least getting people to that point, qualifying their interest and wanting to see more information. But imagine you and your organization and those that are becoming on board, they also will be having that tool to be able to put in front of those. See, that's what you want. You want duplication. And you want people to be able to duplicate, okay? Because duplication of everybody doing the one-time execution, duplicating, sending out the tool to where their prospects and those that they want to get in front of the information can have their interest qualified, and then we go to the next step and doing a press play or getting into a live overview. Okay? I know that makes sense. And I've always been taught and learned, if it makes sense, it creates wealth. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I'm going to put this video to YouTube. You're definitely more than welcome to share it around to your organization. And you guys let me know. Send me a response that you want to get access to the 2 alternative interactive presentations, and I'll get my admin team to create it specifically for you, to where it's going to say guest of and then your name, so that when we receive the notification, okay, it's going to have that person's name if they finish the presentation, with you being the person that sent them the overview, so we know who to send the notification to. Okay? All right, guys. This is D Ford. It's always a pleasing pleasure to bring value and scale our businesses up all over the world. And definitely want to see you guys at the top, but most importantly, want to see each and every one of you way, way, way over the top. Set a goal. Set a goal to put the information, to qualify people's information in front of 5 to 10 on a daily basis, okay? And watch your whole entire cooperative just have a total facelift, turn into a rocket ship, okay? With us doing what we can control, getting this information in front of, okay? And being consistent, 5 to 10 a day, okay? Takes all the bills away, okay? You guys take care. God bless.